Good afternoon. We're in bed right now. I didn't just wake up. I've been up and done things. I'm just resting now. Calm down. I apparently today I am bringing up some repressed feelings and processing those. So I have to be gentle with myself and be in comfy, cozy times. And I need to be in silence with myself, so I gotta put my phone down, I guess. I was gonna say, or I can watch my old videos, because technically it's connecting with me from the past. And then I'm like, no, but we need the silence and the conversation. We need to work through the things that come, the thoughts that come up. Why do they come up? Is it because of fears or insecurities? And then I have to focus on those. And then I'm like, well, what are those about? Where do those come from? What are they helpful for? Well, they're not helpful for anything. Well, it came from something that isn't relevant now. Okay, well, I can move through that. And all of that kind of stuff. So it's, I was gonna say it's dark, but I just don't have the light on. And anyway. So, my friend Shane, no, Goku, well, and Shane and Goku. It's like one person, but it's like the current version and the past version. I spoke to both of them yesterday on the phone, and the operator. And Shane slash Goku. Shane thinks he died and doesn't exist anymore, but I was literally talking to him. And I mean, I know I can speak to spirits and stuff, but I'm just like, energy doesn't disappear. You still exist, and you're talking to me right now. Like, what do you mean? Energy only changes form. It doesn't stop existing. Know what I mean? So, yeah, and Goku does this thing where they can tap into the code of the universe and rewrite some things, and it's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool because, like, he said, because we were working through some stuff, he's tapped into some stuff and he knows some things that I haven't been made aware of yet. But also I can still see where he is seeing through like the 3D lens of stuff, and he's still stuck in ego, especially when he projects a lot. But like, I can see both. I can see the wisdom behind the things, and also see the parts where he is making assumptions based on just a little piece of information, and then it's in correcting that information that I discover more to share with myself about myself and also him. So people voicing their interpretation of what's going on, even if it's like, especially if it's not accurate, is good, because then you can bring more clarity, and then they can have a clearer view of things, and also see where they were projecting because of the assumptions that they made. So then it becomes an invitation for both of you to grow. Conversations like that are good. Yeah. And he said he makes YouTube videos as well, but he hasn't been for a while. And I said that I would promote his channel if he started posting more. Not that I have a huge reach, not that I have like a huge following, but I'm just like, if you don't mind being like associated with me, I can talk to people about you and the cool shit that we can do or whatever. So yeah, he isn't gonna be watching my channel though. He said something about how it's not good to look at information from the past because then his current and future self will be biased by something that like a perspective that I had that was in the past and not in the future. So then he'd do better talking directly to me in my current state, rather than the version of me from the video. But then I tried to explain that I'm always jumping between versions of me, like that the parts that talk in the video, like I could be channeling that from a future self, could be parts of it, yeah. um so then he could actually witness parts that he hasn't witnessed and won't witness until the future in my videos, which is cool. uh, but yeah, that's okay. He's not gonna watch it, and that's, if he doesn't want to, that's fine. I'm not gonna fucking make him. But if he starts posting again, because he said he's been fantasizing about it, and I'm like, well, that means that you're supposed to be doing it then. What are you waiting for? Yeah, I feel like our paths are similar but different. I feel like we're going to split off into two different things, and we're going to go in two different directions in the future, where it'll seem like we have opposing values in some respects, but it'll be the values that we have in common that will keep us like as a close friendship alliance moving forward. That's what I've been sensing from the beginning of meeting him. I'm like, I don't know how everything's gonna play out in the in between time, but I know how this is gonna end up. And it's not gonna end up with us being like super close and following the same exact path. It's gonna have many like intersections of us learning and growing and healing together and like parallel. But then in the end, I feel like I will have my own following and like my own like philosophy and everything, and he'll have his own. I feel like it's almost as though we're gonna have like our own churches or something. And um it's gonna they'll be somewhat aligned but also not affiliated in any way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's the vision I get. So I'm just cautious moving forward because I know where it ends. So yeah. But anyway, um we get I think that we get a lot of value from each other. But anyway, as I was saying, the cool shit that he did that we do. Okay, so he um was he called me and asked how I'd been going and said that he was working through some stuff in my subconscious stuff. He said that we're working through some repressed sexual trauma from when I was a child. And I felt sadness come up when I said those words. I felt it like I didn't block it. I was softening my whole being so it would like surface and I would feel it, and I felt it come up in my tummy, and it was like this sad feeling, and I made note of that, obviously. And I'm like, okay, well, there is some stuff around that does need to be worked through, for sure. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that myself, and then I can make a video later about how that went if I feel called to do so. I'm not just gonna do it because I said I would, but the universe is like, no, that's not it. It just occurred to me, like, just before I made this video, that boy, that dude that's been showing up in my dreams, that's meant to be my new best friend. What if I've already started talking to him? Because I had a few people contact me, new friends that I forgot existed because amnesia times. And one was trying to contact me, and I got back to him. I'm like, oh yeah, you exist. And I just realized that I don't know what he looks like. He might fit the description of the person I've been dreaming about. Oh, true. Interesting. I didn't tell you the cool thing yet. Fuck's sake, I keep getting distracted. Okay. So, yeah. Goku said that we're working through that stuff, right? And then, um, it was like a, in the background, subconscious energetic systems kind of processing thing, not like an active brain processing thing. The brain doesn't have to know the things. If the body was holding the trauma, I just have to feel the physical remnants of that being worked through my being, and then allow it to come out and breathe it out. I don't have to get my brain involved. The brain is the one that creates the stories, that puts the stories together, that sees all the data, and then fills in the blanks with whatever the fuck it wants to put there, you know? And once you start to believe that those stories that the brain tells you are real, then that's how you manifest those into reality. And there's no need for any of that. If it's past trauma that I was like dealing with a long time ago, I don't need to know. My brain doesn't need to map any information if it's something that I'm releasing. Right? Anyway, so he was putting in some requests for alterations to be made, and he speaks to me in, I don't know if it's just like, he says that it's Aramaic. I was intending on learning Aramaic at some point, so I guess one day I'll find out. But it could be just gibberish. I don't know. No, but that's the thing. Like, it's whatever he's saying when he's doing that, whatever sounds come out, even if it isn't a language, it is infused with codes and information. The intention and the information that he's sending out while making those sounds is still reaching my subconscious, even if my brain doesn't pick up on what the patterns of the sounds mean in human times. Yep. So anyway, he said something about he's put something in place and I should start to feel euphoric. And I was like, okay, if you say so. And then like 10 minutes later, we were talking about, I don't know, something else, and I had stood up and we were like, I was walking around and pacing around while I was on the phone because I do that sometimes. And um he said he sent something else, sent another intention. He was like, all right, well, I'm sending something, a packet, and a patch, an upgrade. I'm sending something. I don't know. I don't remember what he said. I don't know. But then, um, and he started asking how I felt. He was like, how do you feel? And then I was like, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I was like, I think it must have worked because I feel like my legs feel lighter, like they want to move, they want to run. And usually when you have um like knee problems or leg problems, it's an issue of like not being able to like see things from a new perspective, like bend to a new perspective, or it's not, or it's about being unwilling to actually move forward, to actually like take a step forward, you know. So then I was like, oh, things must be clearing because now suddenly my legs want to move, and I feel like that is an indication that the energy in my body is saying like something that was holding me down and keeping me stuck is now shifting, right? And then he was like, oh, you're feeling it in your legs? That's interesting. And then as he was saying that, I felt it. I felt it under my ribs then. And I was like, hang on, no, it's under my ribs as well. And then, and then, and then after I said that, I realized, oh, it's moving. It's moving all through my being from the base, like from my feet up. And then I was like starting to feel the shifts that happen when. So basically, I felt like it was just unblocking all my energy centers or something. I don't know. Because then, no, that's right. No, I felt it. I felt it in my legs first. Then I felt it in my sacral center. And then I felt that energy moving. The sacral is the one down here. It's all about creativity and well, creation energy, whether it's like artistic expression, creation, creating things, or if it's like creating babies. It's about creation in life, birthing ideas into the world, creations. Anyway, um, not me. So I felt it there, and then I felt it move up to my solar plexus, and I was like, interesting. Okay, so now the creativity energy's moved up to the self-esteem center. That's pretty cool. That means like I'm now feeling like I want to move forward. I want to get in with my creativity, and I'm feeling like fucking good about it and myself. Like that's awesome, right? So then I was noticing these shifts happening in real time. And then when it reached my head, I felt that euphoria that he was talking about. And I've never felt that before. I always wondered what euphoria felt like. I was like, why do people do drugs? I don't know. Like, I've never felt that before. And it felt so good. And he's like, oh, see, I told you the euphoria would kick in eventually. And I was like, you were right. Like, that's crazy. Because I wasn't like expecting that. It's not like I tricked myself into thinking, oh, well, this is gonna happen because he said that happened. Because I already forgot that he said that that happened. And he said something else. And I was trying to track the next thing that was gonna happen. I was just following what was actively happening in the moment to my body. And I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, that was cool. And now that I've experienced that feeling of euphoria, I can tap back into that moment, that memory, and I can access it again. Haha. Huzzah. Cool beans. That's why I want to try mushrooms. Because I haven't had mushrooms before. But I feel like I'm just naturally, like the way I see things, I'm just like I am a mushroom. Like, I've been wondering if that's what this, like, long haired dude is about. If he's mushroom dude living under my skin. And I am the mushroom. I am a psychedelic. That explains so much. Yeah, no, because, like, if I try it once, then I will know the exact signature to connect to again when I want to experience it again, so I won't have to physically have the substance multiple times. Mm. I think some people might be surprised to know that I haven't done shrooms before. Mm. What are you doing, fucking weirdo? Yeah. Well, too bad. Guess what? Oh yeah. Well, Alex, we're dealing with Alex stuff, and Alex is getting ready to front, but not just Alex. The most wounded parts of Alex. The part that split to become Ellie with an I. And Ellie with a Y. That's new information for me just then. Just now. It's new information. Um, so yeah, I need to talk to Alex. I need to get Alex out. I need to let Alex front. Alex should make her own video talking about her perception of everything that's going on because we've just been talking about Alex. So then it'll be super interesting if Alex comes out like, hey, I'm Alex. I don't know why I said it like that. That's the voice that I do for everyone that's just like, no offense, Alex. No offense. No, I didn't mean it like that. But every time I'm taking the piss out of anyone, I do a voice like that. Like, and people are like, why are you doing that? Don't even sound like that. And I'm like, I'm not trying to sound like you. Was that an option? Should I try and mimic people's voices? Is that a thing? I didn't think that I could. I mean, no. Everyone has the same default voice when I'm bitching about them. It's the same. What do you mean? Yeah. Mm. Indeed. Hey, look! I did a video. It's not that difficult. Just no. That was mean. No, because I said, hey, I did a video, and that obviously means that me in this moment, or the moment that I said that, was having recognition of the fact that it has been difficult for us lately to do the thing, even though it seems like second nature to most of us now. There are parts of us that struggle with it, and just because some parts don't find it hard doesn't mean that it's not for those who struggle with it. So that was really dismissive, what I just said to myself. um, and it's that kind of self dismissal that makes people hide from themselves and makes them hide themselves from the rest of the world. You're never going to know who you are if you keep dismissing yourself. And that's why you need to shift the language to more positive, supportive language. So, yes, I'm doing everything when I'm guided to. And every time that I put off any guidance, due to, well, because it's not like I keep being like, yeah, I'm not doing that, and then just not doing it. Like, I think about it, and then I switch and forget. Hmm. And I need to be gentle with myself. And a part of me is like, every time you forget, it just means it wasn't time. We were just planting the seed for later. So don't stress, because when you feel called to get up and do it, you will. But then parts of me are just like, but what if that was a choice? What if it was a subconscious choice? But what if it was a choice anyway? What if I was supposed to do it? And what if? um, hmm. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm hiding right now from the world, even though I'm not. I'm posting like on the internet. The whole world can see what I'm doing. If they wanted to. I'm like literally not hiding at all. But I feel like my energy is withdrawing and hiding from my world. Right. No, I'm disconnecting from the external my world because I am supposed to be moving internally to pay more attention to the internal world. And I've been talking about that for like what, a couple of weeks? I don't know how long. I've been talking about that. You're aware that I'm supposed to be spending more time focusing inward. And now I'm just stressing about the fact that I'm not focusing on that external reality. I'm like, well, you're not intentionally focusing on the internal reality. That means that we have to take your attention away from the external reality so then you can make the transition to focusing on the internal reality better. So it's like every step of the way, I'm doing the right thing, and everyone in my system is making sure I'm doing the right thing, but I'm just constantly judging myself the whole time, every step of the way. I wouldn't have grown this much if I wasn't this hard on myself. But I also would have plateaued and then probably just gone back downhill if I didn't allow myself to step back and see all of the progress, all of the things, all of the shifts, all of the things that I'm learning about not only myself, but reality, and then the ways that I'm teaching myself and sharing information with you guys. I just want to make the world a place where everyone can strive to be the best version of themselves, no matter what that will look like. As long as you're not trying to hurt anyone or drag anyone down or like destroy anyone else. Just as long as you're building and growing and healing, you know. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sure there was an end to that sentence. But it is lost to me. Alrighty then. This is too long, so I have to go. See? It's not like it was hard, like, oh, what can I say to get through the minutes? No, anyway, I will be back later. I will be back later. I feel like if you have to convince yourself that hard, it means you know that it's a struggle and you're probably not going to be back later. I will. Oh no, I missed 2 days in a row of doing the stretches and movements. I was meant to do the lake movements. Why would the universe do that? What is the lake movements? What are the lake movements for? Or do I need more time to allow the thunder energy to shift in my system before I shift my perspective to the lake energy? Every time something happens that I think isn't part of the plan, the universe has a reason for it. So invite yourself to explore the reasons behind the things that you think aren't going right, so then you can see how everything is working perfectly according to plan. Yep, alright. I love you. I'll be back later. I swear. I will. And if I'm not, just go back and watch an old video. I'm sure it'll be fine.